Welcome back to Right Fashion Academy YouTube channel for another interesting tutorial. I'll be teaching you how to sew this beautiful collar top you are seeing right here. It's a BuBu Kaftan top with pocket at the center. I'll be sharing with you the tips and tricks to sewing this top. Here you can see what I have right here. So you can actually make a trouser with it using the Ankara patch. You can also use a plain trouser to wear this. So here is the pocket piece and this is the ruched part of it. It has a little ruche by the side and it's actually a butterfly BuBu Kaftan top with collar. So this is the collar for the front, and at the back this is how the collar looks like at the back. So if this is what you want to learn in this class, I will encourage you to stay till the end of this tutorial. Right now I'm making use of 2 yards of net fabric. This net fabric is actually very thick, but you can use scuba net. If you know scuba net, it will give you this effect very well. But I have a very quality net which I'm using here, and I'll be using half yard of Ankara fabric for the combination. Next, open up the 2 yards of net. Here is the 60 inches length and here is the 2 yards. I'm going to place the 2 yards on fold. If you place it on fold, it will automatically give you 1 yard on fold. A yard is 36 inches. Now I'm going to pick up the other end too, and I'm going to put it together to meet up the other end like this. After arranging it properly, the next I'm going to do is to take it to the folded part, so we'll have the center front and center back. Next, you hold it down with your pins. Neck width is 3 inches and neck depth is 1 inch for the back. I'll go ahead and connect my neckline for the back this way. Neck depth for the front is 9 inches. I will mark 9 inches from the shoulder this way. Then I'm going to come in by 1 inch. You come in by 1 inch and mark. After marking the 1 inch, when we open it up, we'll be having 2 inches. So I'm going to connect the 1 inch to the 3 inches neck width as shown. Now we are going to mark out the shoulder divide by 2. My shoulder divide by 2 is 8 inches. Next, you place your tape at that 8 inches, mark 13.5 inches, which is the elbow length. Now you add 2.5 inches for the hemming. We are going to take the measurement of what we have from that center front, center back, all the way down. I got 24 inches in total. I'm going to place that 24 inches on the hem line. I will mark 24 inches just to get a straight line. The next we are going to do is to cut from that point. We are going to cut out the excess fabric. So I'll just turn it this way so I'll be able to cut out the excess fabric accordingly. So this is what we got right here. The next we want to do is to cut out the neckline. So in this case, if you want a shoulder slant, just add make a border line. You know how to cut a shoulder, but I don't like making shoulder stitches for fabrics that are light like net, scuba, all of those fabric. I like to leave them, flow naturally. So if you want to add a shoulder slant, no problem, but I don't want to do that in this tutorial. So I have cut out the back neckline as you can see now. Next, you are going to arrange the neckline very well because we want to cut out the front piece. Make sure you also secure with your pin once again, so we'll be able to cut out the front neckline accordingly. I'll follow the chalk line to the length of the neckline, then cut off. I'm cutting off the neckline as you can see. So the next thing we are going to do is to take the measurement from the center back. So you gently take the measurement, whatever you have to this point, you multiply by 2. I got 13 inches. Multiply by 2 will give me 26 inches. Then I made a notch at the center back. Collar is on fold. The length is 26 plus 4 inches. Make sure you add some inches. And the width of my collar is 2.75 on fold. I'll place it together and make a notch at the center back. Next, I will bring in the main fabric. We are going to place the collar right side to the center back, and I'll go ahead to stitch in the collar this way. After stitching in the collar, this is what we got right here. So like I said, you have to add some excess. So at this point, I stopped at that four corner edge, and I'm going to make a diagonal line this way. So you are going to cut through diagonally. After cutting that part, then we are going to tuck in the collar inwards. So at this point, you are going to overlap the collar a little bit. It depends on the part of the collar you want to overlap each other. So just overlap the way you want. So I'll pick up this other one and overlap it this way. So make sure you overlap very well. Then you bring out the 1/2 inch which you cut in, and then secure with your pins. I'll take it to the sewing machine and run a stitch on it. Here I'm done running a stitch, and this is what it looks like when I turn it to the right side. The next we want to do is to prepare the pocket. The pocket length is 13 inches and the pocket width measures 11 inches, 13 by 11 inches. So you go ahead and fold in 1/2 inch on top of the pocket, then you fold 1 inch again. Make sure you iron very nicely. After folding the upper part of the pocket, next you fold 1/2 inch all around the pocket. The pocket is very much ready right now. Next, we are going to place it on top of the dress and top stitch on it. We are going to get the center of this pocket. So I place it on fold to get the center. I'll place the center at the center front like this, but you have to come down by 1/2 inch because we have a pocket cover. So I step down by 1/2 inch, as you can see. I'll go ahead and secure it with my pin. I'll go over to the machine right now. I'm going to top stitch all around the pocket. This is what I got after I'm done top stitching the pocket. You can see the pocket space there. Now I've already brought or cut out the pocket cover. So the width of this pocket cover on fold measures 3.5 inches. That is the width, 3.5 inches. So I'll just stitch 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. The length is 11 inches. After stitching the 1/2 inch, this is me turning the pocket cover to the right side. So this is how you are going to turn it. After that, we are going to stitch it on top of the pockets this way. So you place it kissing the pocket opening like this. So let's go over to the machine. Let me show you how to stitch it. Here on the machine, this is how you are going to stitch. You place the pocket cover like I demonstrated this way. You will go ahead and stitch in 1/2 inch. So you just make it kiss the pocket opening like this. So you have to be careful while stitching on this net fabric. As you can see, it's actually wobbling. So I'll just go ahead and stitch on top of it and arrange it very well this way. After stitching, we are going to place the cover. This is what we got. You place the cover like this, then we are going to top stitch on it this way. I'll just go ahead and stitch down. As you can see, I'll just go ahead and stitch all the way down. Here is what I got after I placed the cover on top of. At this point, we are going to hem the sides of this kaftan. So I fold in 1 inch, 1 inch, making it the 2 inches we added earlier. So I'll just go ahead and stitch all the way down. I'll keep folding like this till I get to the end of it. I'll do the same to the other side as well. After stitching the sides, I'm going to hem the down part. So you just go ahead and fold 1 inch, 1 inch and hem the down part. Here the dress is very much ready. I'm done hemming everything. Next, you are going to open up your dress. We want to create that side ruche. Here is the pocket. You can decide to close your pocket, stitch close it. Of course, you are not going to put anything inside it. So for the side, little side ruche we have beside the pocket, you measure the length to the hem from the pocket. I got 12 inches. I cut out my elastic at 6 inches. You can also make it 5 inches. So I'll just go ahead and measure 2 inches outside the pocket and stitch the elastic. I just want to demonstrate how this elastic will be sewn. So 2 inches away from your pocket, you place the elastic, top stitch on it, and drag the elastic. As you are sewing, you'll be dragging it all the way until you get to the hem of the dress like this. So I actually use 5 inches for my elastic length. Okay, so this is what it looks. You can also use 4 inches if you want the ruche to be very closer. Now I decided to stitch close the pocket because we are not going to add anything to the pocket like I said. So just to make it a little bit stable when you wear the dress, so the pocket will not be moving up and down. Here you can see what we got. The dress is very much ready. The next is to create the butterfly. That's to shaping the size of this dress, making it a butterfly top. So you are going to arrange very well the way you see me right now. Next, you place your tape on the shoulder, measure 10 inches. That will be the sleeve opening. Now place your tape at the center front, measure your hip, whatever your hip is, or the largest part of your body. It can be your hip, it can be your bust. Just add 2 inches to it. So mine is 14 inches in total. My largest part of the body divide by 2 plus 2 inches. I got 14 inches. So on this side, I'll measure 10 inches too. So I'll just go over to the machine. I'm going to stitch from that point straight. So I'm stitching the way you see me arrange here. So you secure with your pin, stitch the both back and front together all the way down like that. After shaping the dress, this is what we got right here. That is the sleeve opening, and this is the ruche part of the dress. Everything is very much ready. I believe you learned a lot from this class. So if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe and turn on your notification bell. Thanks for watching and see you in the next